Hello, Divine Souls, and welcome to a timeless collected general message for my YouTube collective. To open this space, I would like to burn some Palo Santo to assist with making sure that this space is nice and cleansed. As always, as well, to call in the Most High, the Mother, the Father, and the Source within us. To, of course, assist with this reading and message that may be received and open to the messages in which will assist those who are ready to receive through my channel and vessel, to allow the insights, the clarity, the messages in which will assist those for the highest good and nothing but the highest good. I say thank you, thank you, thank you, Ashe. Okay, let's get into your message. I'm pulling from my Lightseer Tarot deck today to give you your message. As always, because this is a general message, please do take it as it resonates and leave behind whatever does not for the next person who may need to receive. And just as a reminder, my level of communication is of a higher caliber simply because I tap into the energies, not just the symbolism of the cards that come through, so that I can give you the messages you truly need to hear that will benefit you as always for your highest good and nothing but your highest good. So let's see what wants to come through today. I'm going to split the deck, take 2 cards from there, and I'm going to take 2 cards from the bottom of this pile. All right, there we go. There's our pull for today's reading. Let's get into it. So, woo. Alrighty, it looks like we're very much in the middle of a transition period. So on the crown chakra and the third eye is the death card. On the throat chakra and the heart chakra, it is the Ace of Cups. On the solar plexus and sacral chakra, it is the Justice card. On the root chakra, it is the Tower card. Okay. Let's get into this energy and message. All right, so now the death and rebirth card, which is why I actually just realized that I forgot this particular tarot deck has death and rebirth on this specific card. Most tarots just say death, but this is beautifully more, resonates with the fact that yes, there is a death occurring, but there is also a rebirth occurring. And because they go hand in hand, of course, once something closes out, a new thing has to commence, just like the cycles of, energy, of nature, of all that type of thing. So I do feel like with your crown and third eye at this time, you are experiencing a lot of energies that you no longer resonate with. And it does feel like you've accepted that you had to clean out a lot from the past cycles you had experienced, okay? You took on a lot of those experiences and they were just triggering your wounds again and again and again. And it was just a repeat of the same type of thing, but with different, people, different energies, but the same cycle, the same themes were popping up. And so it does feel like you have finally cleared a lot of this energy from your crown and your third eye to really give space and give way to what really is supposed to be there in your, in clarity, in your awareness of how you can progress forward. You have gained this new insight into what it is that you actually want to birth through your own vision. And that is really important in the sense of knowing your direction, knowing how you want to progress forward. You need that clarity to help you take those steps. If you, are still stuck in old cycles, you can't have a clear vision as to what path you would like to take instead of the one that you're currently on. As always, you don't have to follow this. This is me looking into the energy and telling you what I'm seeing. But, if you are still in old cycles and it doesn't feel like you want to change from that, that's okay. No judgment. This is just a progression of the energy in which you could potentially be on, or as always, being timeless, past, present, future. It could be predictive, it could be confirmation about the past, or it could be literally talking about what is going on right now in the energy of the present. But with this rebirth, you are opening doors towards things that maybe you didn't even think were able to really be, opened. You had this perspective, a lot of things, it does come from a victim mentality of thinking that you can't do something, but this shift in mindset that you've had, with the clarity you've received, with the new vision you've gained, it's really opened up a whole new opportunity of what you can bring to your experience. And what I mean by that is your light in which you hold within, it feels like it's been trapped within yourself. It was like what I'm seeing is this kind of light, this ball of energy, because I keep, like, imagery is always very important for me. The light in the middle of that hood keeps it, just the fact that it's kind of covered, it feels like it was, you know, your beautiful light that you held within you, it was just kind of stuck under all this dirt, under all this darkness. Like, I keep thinking of just plants when they're in the seed of life being in the ground. You can't see it yet, and you have finally unearthed this. You are in the process of realizing that all the experiences you've had, all the energies you had to go through, were so that you could unearth your light. You could bring it to the surface. You could allow it to be seen, because it'd been hidden for so long, and it feels like you are ready to embrace this. And that's why I say you're going into this throat and heart chakra energy of the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is really saying that you are ready to open yourself up to the energies of love. And now, what I say with this particular energy, love is not just romantic. It is not just, you know, with another person, but it is your own love, your self-love, your ability to have unconditional love for yourself first. Because once you create that foundation within yourself, within your heart and your throat, you then can actually express that with other people, and people will express that with you. You have an aura of love emanating through you because you are giving that to yourself. You're filling your own cup. You give that love to yourself, and you allow it to pour out, because you know that you've been able to hold that within yourself, hold that energy, hold that strength of knowing that love is what leads you forward. And you know, this is just inviting so many new energies to come into your world, and to really be a part of that love that you have available to offer, and for others to give that back to you as well. You know, I feel like it's been a big lesson of you giving love to people who may have not been open to receiving what you had to offer. And then through the death and rebirth you had through your third eye and your crown, you really understood that your heart and throat weren't harmonizing, because you weren't giving it to the people who could give that back to you in a balanced way. And you're really acknowledging this now, and it's really going to show through your communication, how you express yourself, because the love is so pure, it's so true. And it does feel like it's become a circumstance of you simply going within the depths of the different aspects of what you knew needed to play out, right? So this Justice card under the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, and get them to focus this energy, right? Two things I want to point out: the scales, and then the fact that there's two angles of this person that you're seeing, the light side and the dark side. Okay, so what this means is that there is a harmonization, there is a balancing that has occurred within you, within your solar plexus and sacral chakra predominantly, but in general within you, that has occurred so that you can find this true unconditional love that you have for yourself without seeking it from other people. It's very much this transitional period of you realizing that once you've balanced your own inner self, you will see so much balance on the external, because as we know, so above, so below, whatever you do within is also going to express itself with it on the outside. You need to remember that it goes hand in hand. You can't just expect the external to show you what you want to see if you haven't done that work within yourself already. That then goes into the root chakra. It's very much this energy of the tower, that you've had to experience a lot of things be brought into an energy of destruction, okay? And that is a powerful word, because destruction can be perceived very negatively. But if you choose to have the ability to refocus your mentality in the way that you are perceiving this tower moment within your root chakra, you will acknowledge that it was simply because the foundation that you were upon prior to having the death and rebirth cycle was not supporting where you needed to go. It was not supporting your mission. It was not supporting your path to really walk the walk that you wanted to embrace. And now that you've acknowledged that you had to allow these things to just be renewed through the cycle in which it needed to happen, you find that acceptance, and you know that through discipline, through focus, through the courage that you can find within yourself, you will rebuild yourself in a way that you actually want to be. It's no longer a restriction of how you thought you had to be. It's actually your choice, your navigation of taking the path that you are visualizing and creating within your own energy of self-love, of unconditional love, what brings you that love too, to take the path that is genuinely going to be for your highest good. And, you know, through a lot of the time, you got to think about it. And I want to put this into perspective with the cycles of nature, especially because that card has got a lot of that nature energy to it. We get very caught up in the story of why did this happen. The Tower is asking you to let that story go. Let go of the story as to why it happened and accept it needed to happen as a part of the cycles of nature. There are so many times where we don't acknowledge that we grow with the world and the shifts in which it has. You know, when there are natural disasters, it's not because it's trying to harm us. The Mother Gaia doesn't want to hurt the beings that live upon her, but she also is a being and needs to express herself. So it's the same thing as when you feeling destruction in your life, it is not to harm you, it is not to hurt you. If you let that story play out, then you play the victim. But if you change the story and you see it as more of an ability to renew what was, to begin a new cycle and a phase that will actually change the way that things were moving for you, you find that it was a blessing, not something that was trying to harm you and stop you from taking the steps you needed to take. It was actually just a way for you to seek a new understanding that would assist you in taking this new path that you need to take, right? And once you acknowledge that, when you tend to your garden and you renew your garden so that the right people will come towards you, that's how you've created a space in which you can actually allow the energies in which align with you to be welcomed in. If you keep holding on to the past, you are going to repeat the past. If you renew yourself and welcome in new energies that are more aligned with you, then you get to regain new awareness and new cycles that will be for your highest good. So moving into some oracle messages, I have pulled some cards from the Sacred Light Oracle to assist with this energy. It does feel very spiritual. It does feel like you've been through a very interesting switch in cycles of moving on from whatever past repetitions were holding you in stagnant energies to now open up to new energies that will actually allow you to progress. We have the Sphere of Light underneath the Death and Rebirth and the Ace of Cups. It says healing hands, empathetic qualities, and animal wisdom. So as I was saying, it's this energy of accepting that there needs to be growth, that there are cycles, especially just like, you know, there are different, you know, cycles through aging and through growing in our human life that we see through different, you know, kind of brackets of where we're at as a human base. And it feels like you are starting to acknowledge that. Just the fact that I'm acknowledging this now, healing hands, and this Ace of Cups has the hands that are around the love as well, like the cup of love. The hands is very important here. It's kind of this energy of you using your ability to offer your energy in a way that is actually pure and is actually ready to be in service. So it does feel like that you've been having this progression because it's time for you to really take a path that will assist you in being present with other people that may need your light. And it's not even that they need your light and you need to give it to them. It's that you are offering it to those who are open to receiving with open hands. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyhow, moving on. I feel like this energy is quite beautiful. Once again, there is a synchronistic energy here of the scales. I already said that about the Justice card. Look at this card. It has literally got scales in this image, and it says Inner Oracle, you are the channel, deja vu, self-fulfilling prophecy. You are in a position that basically this was always meant to occur. Like I said, renewal is always going to occur. It's up to you how you want to see it though and how you perceive it. It doesn't matter the story you place upon it because it's going to happen anyway. But you are the channel. You are receiving these energies. You are using these energies to assist you in progressing down a path that you were always meant to take. You are at a pivotal point where you need to decide, is this the foundation you are ready to create, or are you going to keep sitting on foundations that just aren't, they're not helping you. They aren't allowing you to progress in the way that actually is balanced and is harmonized. It is very much this self-fulfilling prophecy. You knew that you were being called to do something, and now you're either going to heed the call or you're going to reject it. Either way, the call is still going to be there. It's up to your choices and your decisions on how you decide to reflect upon that and take that path. As always, my messages are simply to open a new perspective for you, to see new ideas and awareness into how this progression is occurring for you and how you could potentially take it. But as always, keep an open mind and allow this to just, assist you with reflecting upon these energies. Anyhow, I'm going to move on to the last card. It is galactic vibration. This is under the, between justice and the Tower card. It says personal conviction, raising your resilience, and direct channel. Once again, this energy of channel, you are being upgraded to be used as this ability to move energy through you so that you can actually assist others who are maybe on a similar journey or just need that guidance that you can actually assist with. So it is time for you to express yourself wholeheartedly and know that the more that you raise your resilience, the more that you are actually bouncing back from things that may have attempted to hold you down. And that's why I say the Tower is this energy of, maybe at the time you were like, why is this happening? You get caught up in the story of, why is this occurring? Why does everything feel like it's falling apart? It is falling apart so that you can put the pieces back together, but the way that you want to put them back together. No longer allowing other people to get involved within your process, because you are able to decide if you are willing to allow this to be your story through strength, or if you're allowing the story to knock you back. One thing I want to bring up to close this message: life will attempt to push you down, but it is your decision and choice if you stay down or if you will get up and keep walking forward. No one can do that for you. You get to create the story. You get to pave the path. It was, yes, written, but you are the decider if you will complete this self-fulfilling prophecy by taking that path. Okay, so that is how I'm going to end this message. As always, it is a gift and a blessing if you did make it to watching this video and you received what you needed to receive from it. It is a gift and an abundance of joy to show up for those who are open to receiving from my channel and vessel. And as always, have a beautiful rest of your day.